Hello, I'm Robert, and this is to show how much fake news there is in Google News and how you just shouldn't pay any attention to Daily Express. So first of all, this is the true situation. NASA's Sentry Table and the no asteroid or comet warnings as of when I do this, Friday, November the 1st, and the highest warning is no hazard. In other words, there isn't a warning. Highest risk is no hazard. And if you look at all these things, there's no hazard, no hazard, no hazard, no hazard, no hazard. And this is my non-techie interface to the Sentry Table. If you look at the Sentry Table, then you'll see these are massive numbers. At the end, you get just zeros. And what those zeros mean is no hazard. The thing is that this is done by scientists, and they're thinking like scientists, and for them, then writing out two words, no hazard, is far, even if there was some other, I think for the social sciences, they might well write no hazard there, write the number zero. But in the astronomers and physicists and so on, the way they think, then the number zero is much easier and clearer to read than the words no hazard. And then they would 1 for normal and 2 for meriting attention of astronomers. But instead of putting those words, they think 0, 1, 2, 3 are much quicker and easier to read. So that's the way they think. But that doesn't really work for most people. So all I've done is replace that 0 by the word no hazard, which is what it means. So that's the current situation. And they have never had any warnings. They've sometimes gone up to normal, and they've sometimes gone all the way up to meriting attention of astronomers. But they've never gone any higher than that, ever. They missed the Chelyabinsk one, and they predicted some small ones, but they count as no hazard because they're harmless, because they just burn up in the atmosphere. So now, that's the background. Now go and search in Google, and go to the first page. These are sort of people, like from, these are the sort of people that are scaring you. Like from screaming mummies to headless Vikings, gruesome. That's the Sun. It's a sensationalist press thing. I don't know what that one is about. And you go back, if you go all the way back to the first page, see all these asteroid warning, NASA asteroid warning, NASA asteroid warning, asteroid alert, asteroid warning, and Stephen Hawking something or other, asteroid alert, and but you look now at who did it. It's express.co.uk, that's the Daily Express, International Business Times. They are the top two. Daily Express, Daily Express, Daily Express, Daily Express, International Business Times, Daily Express, International Business Times, Daily Express, International Business Times, Daily Express, Daily Express, Daily Express. And this is the Daily Express is what's called the red top International Business Times. You notice the no astronomical ones. There's none of the mainstream media. You will never get the CNN or New York Times or Washington Post or the Times or the BBC or CNN or whatever. You're never going to get any of those saying an asteroid warning. It's just the Daily Express, the Sun, Daily Express, Daily Express, the Sun. That's another. And these are not proper, and they would never tell. They would never say. They're very. For instance, on sport, the Daily Express would never say that England has won against Scotland when actually Scotland won against England, or say in some sports match. And they would never say that someone has died when they haven't, and they would never say that the Prime Minister has resigned when he hasn't, or something like that, or that they would never say that we've left the EU or that we've cancelled Article 50 when we haven't. They wouldn't say things like that, but they're perfectly happy saying things like that NASA has warned that Earth is going to be hit and we're all going to die. They don't see that as being deceitful. Because they think that their job, they have, it's a kind of tradition in the UK that they're called the red top tabloids, and they write this to kind of thrill and entertain people, and they like the yellow press in the US. They're looking a different way. They're not really trying to be, they're not trying to inform you. They're just trying to be thrilling and exciting. Do people find this idea thrilling? And it's just made up stuff. As you say, there never has been. No Never been a NASA asteroid alert, never been a NASA asteroid warning. Never. And that is why you don't get anyone else. Because they keep on saying that it's NASA asteroid warning. If you go and search for NASA asteroid warning, you won't find anything, any NASA site, you won't find any astronomy site. And eventually, after 100 of those, you get to number 11. Then you find down here, I think it's number 11, eventually you get this, all the asteroid warnings down the bottom. No, that's not, no longer at 11. I'm trying to find an astronomy site, maybe it's 12. Yeah, I think it was 12. I found an astronomy site. Oh, that was my no asteroid warning for one of them. And it's got there. There we are. Earth sky. ESA and ESO confirm asteroid will miss Earth in September. Now this was never a warning, and they say that NASA didn't warn us about it, and nor did ESA. So a few of the astronomy magazines very occasionally will put a little article that says that the sensations pressed are wrong, but there are only one or two of those, and I found 160, more than 160 search results, and nearly all of those are the Daily Express. They have basically spammed Google News with NASA asteroid warning, with numerous articles over the last few years, just claiming over and over and over again, falsely, that NASA has warned about an asteroid. So these are the people that are scaring you. And then you get all the YouTube videos. Then you get YouTube videos who cite these as being articles. International Business Times, and Metro Magazine do it too sometimes, and The Sun, Metro Magazine, and Daily Star. And so, apart from the debunks, My Science 2.0 debunks, and you barely get anything else in Earth sky, then that's it. But then if you go back here, it's just no hazard. There's none of these are true. So it's just false news, and for some reason Google News hasn't filtered it out, and I think they should, because it shouldn't count as news.